U februaru 2017. godine Beograd je još jednom dobio značajno mesto na bejzbol mapi sveta kao domaćin Kongresa Evropskih bejzbol i softbol konfederacija. Istim je predsedavao prvi čovek Svetske bejzbol softbol federacije Ricardo Frakarij. Kongres je imao poseban značaj zbog izbora čelnika evropskih federacija, ali i sumiranja izuzetno važne godine u svetu bejzbola. 2016. bila je vrlo uspešna i za srpski bejzbol. Seniori su osvojili evropsko prvenstvo C grupe u Sloveniji. Beogradu je potvrđeno domaćinstvo kontinentalne smotre B divizije, koje služi kao kvalifikacioni turnir za šampionat Evrope 2018. A uspešno je organizovani turnir kadetskih reprezentacija u Beogradu, gde je selekcija Srbije ostvarila do sada najbolji rezultat. Kada je reč o svetskim okvirima, u martu je na programu World Baseball Classic, najvažniji reprezentativni turnir i jedini na kom učestvuju i sve zvezde Major League Baseballa. Međutim, najvažnija vest je svakako povratak bejzbola i softbola u porodicu olimpijskih sportova u Tokiju 2020. godine. Dobar povod za razgovor sa predsjednikom Svetske federacije, gospodinom Frakarijem, koji je za Arenu Sport ekskluzivno otkrio planove federacije u narednom periodu.
Well, Mr. President, this is the year that's been very important for baseball and softball in Europe and both the world. It's the return of the baseball and softball to the Olympic family, and it has a profound effect to the Congress as well.
Well, this year is the result of hard work that we did in the last 3-4 years for achieve the result, come back in the Olympic program. And we work very hard, especially for globalized baseball worldwide. And I think that the Congress here in Serbia, that is not, of course, one country where baseball is the main sport, show us that really now baseball is present even in many parts of Europe. And I'm very happy to be here. And even because the Serbian Federation starting to grow years ago, I follow them. And really they are doing baseball and softball, they are doing a great job in Serbia, and I hope that with the help of the International Baseball Federation we can push Serbia in the top country in Europe. You have all the potential, so we have to try to make a very detailed plan for development, and we are ready to help this country.
Yeah, Serbia is surprised by winning the C pool in Slovenia and will host the European B pool competition. It's quite a success.
As I told you before, it's really is the signal that even in Serbia and this part of the region is growing. Yesterday I was a meeting with all the countries of the Balkan region, and I make a proposition to them to establish one normal competition recognized by the International Federation for the Balkan region, like we are doing for the Francophone region. So I think this will help to grow baseball even in this country.
Would you say that baseball federations in region have exceeded or met your expectations this past year?
Well, of course, as you know, to stay out from the Olympic program is very difficult in terms of attention, money, and so I'm happy what they did now, until now. I expect more for the future now that the Olympic are 4 years, we can try to help this country even through the Olympic solidarity. There's a lot of money that the federation can apply through the National Olympic Committee for a specific project, and we will assist the federation for get this money because they can use this potential for elite players project, school project, field assistance, competition, and so on. So we start the new roadmap for the next 4 years.
We had the World Cup, one of the World Cup groups was recently, a few years ago, in Zagreb. And Belgrade will host the European B pool qualifiers. What do you think? Is that a step forward for the region? Do you expect Belgrade and Zagreb to host many other events in the future?
Yes, the only requirement for grow up even hosting some competition or world competition are the fields. We need to have fields that satisfy all the fulfill all the requirement of the international federation. This can be the next step, I think, for grow baseball in this region.
This is also the year of the World Baseball Classic, and Europe has never had more representatives in the World Baseball Classic, and the results were pretty good in the qualifiers as well. Are you kind of satisfied with that?
Well, we have two countries in the Classic and the World Cup. I think at this moment Europe cannot pretend to have more. I hope that growing with the help of the International Federation we can achieve to have more countries in the next Classic or in the Premier 12, because even if you look the ranking of International Federation, in the top 12 position, we are only two European countries. But I think it's a good start.
Well, we've never had more European-born and European-made players in the Major League Baseball. Two from Italy, Max Kepler, who's from Germany. We have a player from Lithuania who's rising up through the ranks of the Pittsburgh organization. Do you believe that that is very, very important for the growth of baseball in Europe?
Yes, but this is the result of the new, can you say, activity they're doing in Europe, because we start to have some academy. We started, the first one was in Italy, the permanent academy, after in Germany, in Netherlands, in Spain. So, of course, if you give the European athletes the possibility to work daily with the specific coaches and so on, the result is coming. And you've seen many Europeans now are in the Major League, but just because we start to make a program for develop our athletes through the academy. And the academy, I think, in this moment is the way for give them the opportunity to be selected, more than a competition, because the level of the competition it's in this moment is not too high. So I hope that growing the athletes, the competition, and the academy, Europe can be present in massive way.
Do you feel that the latest change in the collective bargaining agreement in the Major League Baseball with the Players Union that has created that international signing pool and reduced the amount of money that the Major League franchises can pay out, has that been a step back for the European academies?
Well, as you know, in the draft in Dominican Republic, no one player show up. So I think it's the moment to, especially now that we are Olympic, to rethink in the international draft, and the International Federation can play an important role to help the country to provide players, but especially to organize in the different form the draft for the MLB.
Are you satisfied with the cooperation with the Major League Baseball?
Yes.
We've seen the NHL do a lot of things for the International Hockey Federation. Do you feel that Major League Baseball could do a little more for baseball in Europe?
Well, we have different goals, of course, between the International Federation and I think that the presence of baseball in the Olympic program will help also the professional organization, because if baseball die worldwide, even for them to find prospects is very hard. So we have a very, very close relationship with the professional league of Asia, and we have good relationship with the MLB, but I expect more maybe in Europe in terms of promotion, in terms of development. But I think the dialogue is open, and we can achieve.
Do you feel there is a need for academies in this part of Europe as well? Not just the developed countries, when it comes to baseball, such as Spain or Germany or Italy or Netherlands. Do you feel that the Czech Republic, the Slovakian region, the former Yugoslavian region deserves an academy of their own?
Sure, why not? But as I told you before, is in the object of the International Federation to help to build some academy. So maybe in this country, this academy can start with the help of the International Federation. Now, I had some meeting here with them, even with a country like Russia and other, that they start again now the baseball in the Olympic, the project of baseball. As you know, in many countries after the baseball was out, the activity of baseball was going down because the money from the Olympic Committee was reduced. And now there was here a good meeting, and even in this part of the Europe, we start again the enthusiasm, and I think that we can start with academy through the International Federation.
Tell me, has there been an idea of creating a sort of a super league when it comes to Europe, something similar to what EuroLeague in basketball is, that is trying to look more and more like the NBA? Do you feel that that would help grow baseball in Europe if we had a super league with like the best teams that would look like Major League Baseball?
National team or club team?
Clubs.
Clubs. As you know, baseball is the only sport that don't have any club international competition. So just 2 years ago, the International Federation was thinking to create one Super League, one tournament, one World Baseball Champion League, organized like soccer. And just tomorrow I fly to Mexico because we start soon in Mexico one American Champion League. I think very soon we can start also in Europe, but this, in some country of the world, like America or Asia, this league are just, they can produce even money, not only attention. In Europe, we have to invest money from the International Federation because for the moment, it's not able to suffice. But this is in the project of the International Federation to create soon also in Europe one European Baseball Champion League.
Well, from the standpoint of a television, one really super league with all the best teams from Europe, and they play a season, a very long season, would be quite interesting. It would actually be quite more interesting than the format that we have now, which is just tournaments for the best teams.
I know. I think that this present format is old, and also what I think we have to learn, we cannot reduce the attention in 1 week because this, but like soccer, we have to play during all the season. But for that, we have to really give money, TV attention, sponsor. And in this moment, the only organization that can help the creation of this league is the International Federation, and is in our project just to do this in Europe. Of course, this will help also to grow the quality of the game because the more you play, the more you develop.
Tell me, when it comes to youth baseball in Serbia and the region, are you satisfied with the growth and the results of the Croatian, Serbian and Slovenian teams in the past competitions?
We have to analyze one situation. In the past, in the youth competition involved more country. Due to the reduction of the money, some strong countries like Italy, Netherlands and other, Spain, they decide don't participate anymore in the youth competition. I'm talking about under 12 or under 15. And of course, this reduced the quality of the tournament, and at the same time gave the opportunity for some countries, as you told before, Croatia, Serbia, to compete and try to achieve best result. I think we have to reorganize the youth competition in Europe because Europe is a big continent, and to fly from Spain to Russia for one youth competition, under 12, even soccer don't do this. So we have to rethink and organize a more regional competition of this age, and after maybe to have the Final Four, Final Three European, because otherwise the country are not able to afford this money and this. And I told you, I was satisfied that some country like Croatia and Serbia and Slovenia, but I want that this country had to win when other strong teams are there, like Europe, like Netherlands, Italy and Spain.
But it is a problem, the financial situation. It is what it is, unfortunately.
No, but if you if you think a different organization, yes, because if I ask to Spain to fly to Moscow for play one, it's impossible. But if Spain to play against French, Portugal, or near country is different. Italy can play against the near country, and after we can select the finalists and have the final four. So we are just organizing different way the competition, in my opinion. Europe is so big. We are divided in region.
Italy has been host to many youth competitions, but do you feel it would help the growth of baseball in the region if teams that are in Italy or Germany or Netherlands would more often come to Belgrade or Zagreb?
But I think this for sure to move some competition in the region will help even in promotional way. But as I told you before, we need the facilities able to host competition with the presence of the professional player like we have in Italy, Netherlands, and other countries. So the needs here is to increase the quality of the facilities, and maybe we can try to think how to open maybe some season in countries like Serbia or others.
When it comes to European Baseball Confederation, do you have contacts with other continental federations as well, such as Cuban or Japanese, well, the Asian or the Caribbean, to ask for help when it comes to experts, when it comes to coaches, when it comes to their teams coming over as well? Is it something on a level of continental federations, or is it just a personal matter for every?
I arrived here. I was before in American continent because I was present to the American COPABIS, the continental like Europe, the Continental Congress for all America. But I think that now, I repeat, in this moment, the International Federation is able to help in terms of coaches, umpires. So we have inside the International Federation the special department for help the country. And yesterday we was a meeting with all the European countries where we explained how to get this help, not only in terms of coaches, but economically. The International Federation put certain money for develop. The IOC in development, they put around $500 million for Olympic solidarity. So it's the moment for our federations that now are Olympic to organize for getting money. And so the help is economically and also technically, and the International Federation is able to help.
What we all seem to forget is that it's not only the U.S. The Asian market is also very big and very important. Japan and now South Korea are investing a lot of money in their leagues as well. Do you expect a pipeline of European players that might actually go to Japan or South Korea in future years?
Well, we just exist. Some Italians are playing in the... I think that the landscape of baseball in the last few years will change a lot. Before, we was only a corner, strong corner, the MLB, the Americans. Now, as you told me before, in the Asians, they are growing a lot, some strong league. Japan, the NPB, Nippon Professional League, Korea, and CPBL in Taiwan. But if you consider now, we have the elements and we made the analysis. In the States, at the youth level, baseball is not anymore the #1 sport. Soccer is advanced. The age of the attendance in the MLB games is going to 56 years old. More than 50% of the athletes are not anymore American, coming from Latin America, Dominican Republic, Venezuela. What means that now baseball is growing even in other part, and it's not anymore only when you talk about baseball we talk America. It's not anymore true. Now it's a real global sport, and also that America is going to find in the big market in Asia, because it saturates the market in USA. So they try to find in Asia. In this moment they invest a lot. So what you said, it just happened on the table. And the Premier 12 is the top competition that we organize in Japan and Taiwan. Was the most televised event of the year, and the attendance was, I remember, in the dome, 45,000 people watching the game. So I think now it's balanced, the power of baseball in the world, and not anymore in one side.
Well, do you expect Europe to become an important player in the upcoming years?
Yeah, but I hope, but these don't rain from the sky. You have to build. You have to build with strong competition, strong country, to have facility. And I'm sure that the day that we have really good facility in Europe for the professional to come here and open the season will be for sure. And they try to find other big market. Europe is a big market. So if you look, many people, many young kids, they have the cap with and New York Yankees. That maybe don't know what is it, but this is still a market, consuming. So I think that if you are able to build a strong baseball in Europe, it will be really, for the professional, they put the attention to this continent.
Do you expect that the Yankees one day might play a series of a regular season or a spring training in Europe somewhere?
I told you before, I'm sure that the day that you have a field able to host competition like this, it's easy for them to come here and open the city, like they are doing in other continents.
Well, what do you expect of the B-Pool qualifiers in Belgrade? Do you expect Belgrade to be a good host?
Can be, but I repeat, we have to really increase the number one needs in this country is to have a regular field, a strong field, because it's the house of the sport. And we can start even playing the soccer field. And after, if you want to grow, you need your house, you need your fields.
You need your own home. Yeah.
And I hope that I told to the Serbian Federation that is very active. They're ready to have them to talk with the government, with the Olympic Committee, and we have the federation to try to have even here one regular baseball field.
Okay, well, thank you very much for this conversation. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.